Hello guys, today I am going to show off two test building systems that I currently am working on to pretty much see difference in functionality. So this is the first one that we all know, I've shown off in previous ones. Pretty much place and it snaps. It snaps to places on the actor that have already been preset, which means I can look in the middle of nowhere and it will set it. That's pretty much how it works. Walls are the same. Outside, the problem with how I've got this one set up currently is the walls snap to the side of every single square. So if I'm looking in front of me, it will snap to the closest one, and if I place, it will place straight in front of me. That is an issue that has not been solved, but it's not too big of a deal. Can place roofs pretty easily because I can just look up in the sky and place them, because it's all using pretty much hit detection for things that are already in the level. Because whenever I place a block or a floor, it creates special collision for the walls, the roof, and other floors around it by default. So like that is there as a separate thing. Well, it's not separate, it's like attached to the actor, but it's always there. So it will always snap to those specific spots. But then you get problems where, well, I can build another wall here, right? But if I want to place a floor, it clips onto this floor, not the furthest away one. So I have to be very specific trying to put the roof up here, which can get in the way sometimes, but it also allows me to do cool things like just go out. Currently the delete system is on this one, so that's still working as it's supposed to. Works with floors and everything. Because I had it set up for this already. So that's how it works. Anyway, that is pretty much the extent of this building system right now. If I went on with this one, it would probably be more of the same. I would have to create the actor. That is just why you're not doing it. Okay, that's another problem. It sometimes glitches out. Why are you glitching? Why do you not want to place over here? What is wrong? Okay, well, every square is pretty much an actor and all the other bits go onto it. So every time I want to change something, I have to mess with those a bit. If I want to add something new, I got to mess with that to add something new. Can be complicated, but it does look nice. But moving on to the second one, I just have to change my game mode because I'm using two separate game modes. Okay, this is the second building system. It works a similar way. You place stuff. It doesn't rotate yet because I haven't added that because this is still new. But this one doesn't have the snapping to just blank squares. You have to look at the side you want to snap it to. So if I look at this top side here, it will snap to the top side. And it will always go to the side you're looking at. I want to make it so that it doesn't show up the light when there's already something there, but I haven't added that yet. If I look in this corner, it will go here, and you can make pretty big things pretty easily, which is nice. This one also has a few other features, but I can show that later. So I got wall, does the same thing. Snaps to whichever edge you're looking at, which means now I can actually sit here and actually snap further away without worrying about the wall being there. Like, it won't snap here unless I look at this floor. So I can go here and just go straight across very easily. And it works good. I can also snap walls to walls, which wasn't possible in the other building system. without a lot of changes to the code, which was annoying, but I can just snap to any wall. I can also place walls by themselves, which also wasn't possible, which is nice. I can also go back to the floor and snap them pretty much anywhere without having to worry about anything. This one, they're not one actor with lots of collision. They literally just spawn a new actor to wherever it is supposed to be snapping to. So I don't have to worry about weird glitches happening. I can just snap them wherever. So I can make roofs pretty high up without changing much with the code. I also now have stairs. These do not rotate yet that well anyway. Hang on. Yeah, they don't rotate yet because I haven't added that. They just act like normal floors, so they don't rotate. They rotate with the walls, but not the floor. So, for example, if I put a wall right here, I could go back and I could place it from the wall. So I can do this. And now I can actually get up on things, which is not possible in the other system yet because adding stairs is a lot more complicated than just how I did this one. Everything has collision like you'd expect. I really want to fix these so they rotate because I don't like that. But yep, it works pretty nice. You can just build floors and walls wherever you feel like it. Can't go around the corner yet, but I can use the floor to do it. Like, what I want to do is I want to make it so that if you look at the edge, let me build a floor over this way so I can get back easy. It also saves what you're on last, so you can keep using it. I do have a crosshair set up, but it's not in this map. It's in my edit map. And I did that weird because of how I positioned that further away. So the floors are now not lined up right. But yeah, it's set up really nice in this way, but it is still very basic, and I would like to set it up so you can look away and it will snap. I also want to snap it when it's like right here, so like have some sort of check. But it is a different way of doing things. It's not bad really. Like pretty much the same as the other way of doing things, but it's a lot easier to pretty much set it all up. I can set up, oh, I actually haven't shown that yet. I can actually set it up so I can add all the things. Why is that like that? Okay. I didn't place it on the right spot, but I actually have windows and doors in this version because they were so easy to set up using this type of method. So now I actually have doors that work. I haven't added deletion to this yet, but it will be way simpler to add it to this version than it was the old building system. Because the old building system required me to check which component I was deleting and all that. This one, I just delete the actor. Which is easier, but I feel like adding so many actors is going to do like have an issue with performance later on, so I need to still figure out a way to not have a problem with all the actors. Probably by making actors disappear when you get away and all that. Pretty much basic stuff. But when people are building massive structures, I need to make sure that even if they have a huge castle with thousands of objects inside the castle, that it doesn't slow down the game. But yeah, I can now build pretty easily. Obviously, you won't be able to build this high in the actual game, unless you're in like creative. But it's a lot easier to do it. With the crosshair it would be even easier, but I kind of don't have that in this mode. But it is a lot of fun seeing how this type of system works, and I did not mean to place that. all the lighting should still work pretty much the same as it did before, because the building systems aren't that different. They still use the same objects. The lighting is dynamic, so it should change it how it needs to. So I should have light come through here when it gets to afternoon. It should like light up the wall. That's what I hope anyway. Yep, there it is. There's the light. And of course people will be able to have their own lights inside, just place them wherever. With this type of setup, there's no double walls anymore. In the old version, you would have double walls. Like if you place the wall on the floor, it would go the other way. Doesn't work because I'm using a different game mode. But this one, if you place a floor, there's only one wall because the way the walls are set up, they're outside. They do have this glitch where it's like a corner. Can't see it when the build mode's on. Got this corner. But that is something I can figure out a lot easier with this version than the previous one, because that required a lot of messing around. This one I could just change the models to pretty much fit with whatever's next to them, which is a lot easier way of doing things. So let me know what you think of the different building systems. I know I didn't show off the other one too much this time because I showed that off a lot previously, but let me know if you like the way that this lets you look to the side of the block to place. It's not perfect yet, but I can work on that. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts are about being able to place on the side like this by looking at the block you're actually selecting to, or if you like the other method where you place by looking directly at like the outside, which I will show off again just so you know. That is here. So the other method is you place something while you're not placing. I did change you. What? Oh, I changed the wrong one. Oops. Oh well. The other method is you place, and it's not you looking at this block, it's looking at this block, whereas the other building mode, you look at a part of the block that you're placing. So this one is always outside, the other one is always inside. That is just how they work. So even if I'm using the wall, it is still always the outside, never the inside. It's always looking at a specific thing. Whereas the other one, you look at a specific part of the block to place the wall. So let me know what your opinions are. And that'll be cool. And I hope you enjoyed seeing the different methods I have been trying out. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. So have a good day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.